I wanted to direct for a long time, and I did a documentary first, which was very helpful to gain some confidence to find my voice as a director. But it's a tough decision, you know. And as an actor, I've worked with fantastic directors, so I said if I'm gonna do it, I have to do it once I'm ready, you know, once I know what I want to talk about. And as soon as I had a boy, a baby, a son, I decided I had something to talk about, you know. So the genesis of the project is who I was as a kid and who I don't want to be as a father, you know. And I was with my father in London watching Hamlet, and it was a Trevor Nunn play, like at the Old Vic a long time ago. And the actor had this baby face, and I said to my dad, the play wasn't really good, but the actor had this baby face, and I went with my father out, and we drink all the whiskey we could, and I said, let's do a Hamlet that is 9 years old. And that day, that sounded like a very stupid idea of two drunk men, but years later, that became a bill.
And Pablo, you thought what seemed like a strange idea wasn't so strange? You got involved?
Yeah, I mean, when I first heard from Diego the premise of having a boy running a family, I immediately thought it would be a fantastic film. And you know, he went off and started writing with Augusto, who's a partner on the screenwriting side. And you know, the drafts were just getting better and better. And I mean, the versions, they were, you know, so crazy and so different one from the other. And then we ended up in you know, putting a location to the script so that we could actually surround it with authenticity. And we chose this state called Aguascalientes, which funnily enough is where my father was born. Diego spent most of his summers when he was a kid in Aguascalientes, and the writer's family lives there. So there was a coincidence, and maybe it means nothing to people from Manchester, but you know, we try to make films that are not necessarily Mexico City based. I mean, we've tried to do them, and most of them are really bad, but we try to put them outside of Mexico City, just because Mexico is not only that. No?
Now, one of the key things, obviously, in a film such as this is casting, and clearly casting the part of Abel must have been a major thing for both of you. I wonder if you could just talk us through the process that you went through in finding the actor to play the lead part.
It was painful, very painful. I mean, there was a lot of risk. We decided not to cast an actor, you know. I believe a kid can bring magic to the screen, but
to play it.
no. What I want to say is that a professional kid, I don't know. You cannot think of kid as adults, you know. So I wanted someone that would discover cinema with us, you know. That it's a film about an awakening, you know. It's a kid that comes back home, doesn't see the father, and suddenly sees the lack of a parent there and wants to become. And I wanted that awakening to happen to the kid too. So we put an ad on TV, and in Aguascalientes, 400 kids arrived with their mothers, you know, all dressed up because they wanted a picture with me. And the kids never wanted to act, but it's just the mother saying, "Oh yeah, you're 9, you're coming." And so the little kids were there, and I was taking pictures. But then this little kid came out, and he was amazing. He was an actor, a natural actor. And I believe every kid is an actor, you know. It's just, there's not many that are happy to be seen, you know, but they spend all day long thinking of fantasy characters, you know. My kid, my 2-year-old, he talks to his grandfather in the phone, and there's no one there. He then, a pillow becomes a friend, and, you know, a towel becomes a cape. They're actors, you know, they're naturals. But the thing is, the thing was to create a playground for him to come and play, you know, and to be able to shoot him without him being aware. When we worked a long time on that, and so the process was, for example, he never read the script. So we shot in order. Every time he would get into set, I would tell him what to do, but he didn't know what the story was about. He didn't know his character. He didn't. For 2 weeks, he thought he was doing a film about a kid that would never talk, you know. And then one day I said, "Today you're gonna speak. You're gonna shout." And he was so like ready to shout because everyone was talking in front of him, but not him. And suddenly he said, "Celade, wah!" And the shout was like, yeah, well, I mean, a desperate kid wanting to be, you know. And so many of the reactions you see in the film, they're real reactions that were happening. And that was because we decided to go with a non-actor.